Thank you. Senator Roberts?
Yeah, thank you. Mr Keelty, we've talked before, and during the last Senate estimates we agreed pretty much on a summary of factors that are affecting this cauldron. I've added a few more since then, so perhaps you could make some comments or agree or modify. It's a very difficult position in the Murray Darling Basin, not specifically yours, but the Murray Darling Basin Authority is in a difficult position because of the enormous complexity, the enormous variability both spatially and temporally across the basin, the lack of data, which makes it very difficult to be, impossible to be objective, the political and vested interests, the ignorance and the low level of understanding not only of the basin but of the various players, and the increasing complexity for the point you just mentioned, the huge number of agencies involved. Anything you want to add to that lot or contradict?
You're exactly right. The one thing I would add to it is in the context of water trading. A lot of people have raised with me that they received advice from departments to actually get involved in water trading. Now, I haven't looked at water trading because ACCC has that reference, but I think there is a cohort of people who believe that they're now affected by decisions that were recommended to them by departments that have now, I guess now in hindsight, they're regretting those decisions.
I've heard the same. And
primarily they're talking about entering into the temporary water market and selling off their ownership.
Yep.
And they now, and particularly the dairy industry in some parts of the southern basin, are now heavily impacted by the price of water, which they will tell you is directly linked to the high value crops. And so they've got a distrust, sorry Senator, they've got a distrust of now the bureaucracy for giving them that advice.
Yep. Did they explain what department might have been giving them that advice, whether it was a state department or a Commonwealth department? State. Thanks.
The other points that some of the other points, there is quite a bit of fear in the basin, community fear as well as individuals, farmers, businesses. There's never an excuse for violence, so I don't accept that violence is a solution. However, when people's livelihoods, when their very being is not treated with respect, they're not heard, when they think that they're just going to be railroaded and the people are not, Murray Darling Basin authority is not listening, when they see unfairness and lack of, and really question whether or not there's corruption with some really strong evidence in their eyes, then it gives them, they're very unsettled and their whole lives are being turned upside down. So while that's not justification, I think the Murray Darling Basin Authority has to take some responsibility and the various state agencies have to take some responsibility for creating a situation that is uncertain.
I don't disagree with you, but I also think that something that's not often talked about, Senator, is that people have made strategic business decisions and are now living the consequences of those decisions. Now, the sorts of things that I would point to are those people who were general security licence holders who at one point in time were offered under the New South Wales regime the opportunity to convert to high security but chose not to because at the time there was almost a guaranteed 50 or 47% of availability for entitlement. There are people who made what we just described,
yep,
decisions about the water market, and it's boxed them in. So there is, whilst I don't disagree with what you're saying, there is a shared responsibility here because people have made strategic business decisions, as they do in other parts of life, and they're now in this critical drought that we've been through or going through. They're now, I guess, regretting those decisions and looking to apportion blame or direct their anger somewhere. I have, as you know, had people break down and become quite emotional, and people are angry. And I understand that, but there are a whole raft of issues, not the least which is the plethora of websites, different information. we've not been good at delivering a single source of truth to these people so that they can get about their business of farming or irrigating or whatever it is they're into.
And while that comes back to people not really listening, it also comes back to the summary that we agreed on about the complexity.
Yes.
And that then also leads to...
Senator Roberts, sorry, do you have a question there, please?
Yes, lack of confidence. When data is missing or absent, it's very hard to be confident in someone making some proposal to you that's going to destroy your livelihood.
Correct.
So confidence is really important and it's being sapped.
That's correct.